What's going on, Junkie Nation? Gorgeous Jordan goes catching up with the best always. Today we get to talk to UFC flyweight champion Joshua Van, coming off a big win over the great Alexandre Pantoja. Joshua, it probably still feels great to wake up every day and know you're the man, right? Even a few months later.
Feel great, man. It feel great to be the champ. Uh, yeah, it feel great.
How long? I was looking at your Instagram, and I want to make sure I get this right. Did you go back to Myanmar already with the belt, or was this like a local community with a lot of your people?
Nah, man. Like I said, the people of Myanmar, man, the support is great. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Since I can't go back to the country yet, they decided why don't we do parade things, or a celebration for Joshua Van in Indiana, where we have most most people live in most Burmese people live in Indiana, you know what I mean? So they decided why not do it for, the champ. So that's
The
when
state, the state of Indiana?
huh?
The state of Indiana?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I didn't know that. There's a large contingent there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
got it. Wow, it looked beautiful. The colors, the people, and they really celebrated you, man. That must have been pretty special.
Well, it was great, man. It was great. I was blessed
Mhm.
and grateful.
Well, every day though, at the same time, it seems like as much like for example we're heaping praise on you because you deserve it. You're the one that fought there all the way to get to it. You're the one that rolled the disc or the dice on 3 days, sorry, 3 weeks notice, and put yourself in a position to fight Royval and beat him and then get this right. But then you also have detractors that are saying the win isn't legit and all that. How do you feel about the way everything went down?
I mean, I feel like, everything happened for a reason, although that's not how you want to win the title. But, like I said, man, everything happened for a reason. And I feel like it was my time to win the title. You know what I mean? If it didn't happen that way, I would have won. I would have won the fight either way. So I think it just happened. You know what I mean? I think that's how it's supposed to be. And Uh, I don't care what anyone think, man. I'm the champ right now, and if they want the belt, let them come take it from me. So,
Okay, champ. At the same time, media, fans, and fighters, there's a lot that have come to your support in the sense that he didn't just slip on a banana peel. You caught the kick and then threw him down, which made him have to react in a certain way. Some fighters are saying the way he fell, that's on him. How do you dissect all that as well?
so I don't know, man. Like I said, he's a black belt, and I think he should know how to fall, right? Uh, that's my thing, and it was a fast moment. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't tell you, man. I just pushed him, and then he fell the way he fell, and he broke his arm. So that's just the way I see it. And for me, I think a black belt should know how to fall. And you know what I mean? It just happened like that.
What I like is that you don't seem bothered by it, and that's honestly the best way to handle it. Can you twist to your left? Let's show off the belt collection you're accumulating right there.
See,
So start at the bottom. What's that award?
that is
The bottom.
yes. This are like all the awards that I got from different communities and things like that. My communities.
Got
And
it.
then that one's is amateur Fury belt, and that one is pro Fury belt, and then that one is the UFC belt.
All kids and young men have dreams, right? How many belts do you envision, before it's all said and done? How many belts would you like to have?
Uh, I feel like for me, I don't think it's about the belt, man. I'm gonna do this shit until I enjoy it. You know what I mean? The thing is for me is Like the thing is to enjoy what you like what you do. You know what I mean? And if I don't enjoy it anymore, then I'll just retire. But as of right now, man, I don't have this thing where like I have to get this much bill or anything like that.
You think you might wind up being one of the fighters that retires at an early age?
You never know. That's why you gotta stay tuned in. You know.
But every time we've talked to you, you strike us as a guy that just loves to scrap. So I don't see you not liking this sport for a long time.
Oh, for sure, man. As of right now, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You know what I mean? But uh, you never know, man. You know, it's a hard sport. So, but like I see myself fighting for a long time as of right now. But you never know, things might change in a couple of years. You know. So, but I do have a goal to be one of the greatest in the history. So, that being said, you could say I could stay here for another what, at least 5 to 7, 10 years. I don't know. Never know.
I'm glad you said 10. All right, one more and then I'll go to goes. What don't you like about the sport the most?
What don't I like about the sport? Well, I like everything about the sport because it's the truth, right? You can't lie nothing about the sport because you know you can lie and you can lie about anything, but this sport, you can't lie because if you don't put in the work, it will show. You know what I mean, and things like that. So, um, one thing I don't like about this is that you waste a lot of times, right? I mean, not waste, but you don't have a lot of time for your loved one, man. That's the only thing.
Okay, I like that. Our guest is Joshua Van, the UFC flyweight champ who got a big win over Alexandre Pantoja at UFC 323 6 weeks ago. And he's on an amazing run here, just mowing through the division. All right, goes. What do you have for Joshua Van?
Joshua, so I'm curious, outside of yourself, who do you think deserves a lot of the credit for getting you where you are today?
Um, my coaches, man, Daniel Pineda, Joseph, Frank, David, Jose, you know, they all got me right, man. So shout out to my coaches and my mom. My mom is, you know what I mean? My mom is the one that support me, you know what I mean? She's the one that tell me to quit my job and that tell me that she was going to support me. My auntie, of course, got me into the game. So, yeah, it's shout out to all of them.
What about all these other guys down the ladder, right? You look at a guy like Manel Kape, he's dying to fight you. He's saying all kinds of stuff. Do you feel that
Is
target
he
on your
really?
back?
Is he
Huh?
really? Is he really? Because
He says he,
last time I checked, I don't know who said no, but you know,
he said no to fighting you.
yeah, ask him.
Oh, that's interesting. All
Ask
right.
him.
Well,
He would know.
what were the conditions? I don't understand why somebody wouldn't want that fight. I mean, you're the man. Everybody wants the man, right?
That's what I'm saying. Last time I checked, you know, the champ said yes, and the challenger say no. So it's like, nah, I guess y'all gotta go and talk to him and ask him something.
Joshua, what about the timeline when you have these conversations with the UFC of what's currently going on? We saw videos of Pantoja training, and of course, it's not maybe 100%. We didn't see him sparring or anything like that, but it looked like he's pretty close to being back. What have they told you? How soon can something happen here for you?
Uh, for me, I'm ready all the time, man. I'm ready all the time, but um, what happened is whenever they call me, but as of right now, they haven't said anything. So, I wanted I want to fight at least like what in April, May, the latest.
Are there things, I know you guys didn't share the octagon for too long, but were there things that you were able to learn and maybe be able to apply to a rematch?
Yeah, for sure, man. His timing, his the way he strike, he is aggressive, but he have this timing thing to his aggressiveness. You know what I mean? So I kind of get like it's only 26 seconds, but you know what I mean. Like I kind of get the feeling of it. So come rematch, and it ain't gonna be no different.
So, champ, you got to do us a solid here. I know you said ask him, but that would require us to go through PR, set a date, get him. We have you, and you tweeted about it, I think, or you posted on social media, and then you've teased it here. Just fill in the blanks for us. I think right that the UFC maybe came to you guys for when Harrison and Nunes fell off for you guys to fight at UFC 324. Is that accurate?
Ask him. Let him tell the truth. Let him tell the truth, man.
Well, let's hear your version.
Huh?
Let's hear your
My version is that I stay ready, and you gotta ask him about his version.
Are we close though? At least in what we're guessing.
Close. How we gonna get close if one guy's running?
No, I get it. I get it. It sounds like you were ready to go, and what you told him was, I think what you were saying was, hey, when I had the opportunity on 3 weeks' notice, I stepped up. That's why you're in the position where you are. You're the champion right now. So he must have had an opportunity with a short window of time, and he didn't answer. Is that what you're chastising him about?
Ask him.
Why don't you want to answer? Can I ask that? Is there a reason
I
you're
answered
being?
my part. I answered my part. Remember, I tell you I stay ready. So now you gotta ask him about his part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the fight eventually does happen with him, or do you think maybe he lost out and will they go to someone else? How do you think this will play out?
I hope one day, for sure, one day when he find his ball and wanted to fight, maybe one day we can fight. But as of right now, I guess not.
When would you like it to happen, regardless of who it is? When would you like your next fight to be? There
Tomorrow,
obviously,
I'm gonna
obviously we
fight
can't do it
tomorrow.
this week. We can't do it in Australia because that's the week after. March 7th, they're back here in Las Vegas. April 11th, they're in Miami, and then we get to the White House card. So what sounds good to Joshua Van?
March, April, May. It don't matter. Whenever they call me, the UFC know who to call whenever they need show notice or anything. You know what I mean? I stay ready. So, um, yeah, I
Is
step
it
in
a,
anytime they call me.
is
Hmm?
it an easy weight cut for you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, I think it's just like a part of our job. It don't matter how hard it is or how easy it is. The point is to do it. We a fighter, man. At the end of the day. So, like, I hate these fighters where like that say I can't cut weight. Da, 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 you know what I mean? It's your part of your it's part of your job. You know what I mean? Do your fucking job and shut the fuck up and quit being a bitch. Quit being a fat
Whoa,
ass bitch. You know.
the champ is getting spicy now. All right, I
Yeah.
like it. Well, if you're ready to go to in March, perhaps you can knock them all off in 1 year. You could fight Cop, the champ again, Pantoja. He clarified that the elbow does not require surgery, but he did say he wants to fight in the second half of the year. So it'd be nice to get you in the first half of the year with someone, Cop, maybe Pantoja, and then who else would you say is sneaking up, or maybe someone that you just want to take out so you can have a glorious year, 3-0, three title defenses. Starting to cement or not cement, but grow your legacy.
Yeah, man. Well, the first thing that I want is the rematch with Pantoja, right? And of course, Manel is there, Tyra is there, and Kor Korguchi or something. What's his name? That guy?
Kyoji
Mhm.
Horiguchi.
Horiguchi.
Kyoji. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kyoji is there too. If you win his next fight, then he's up too. You know what I mean? So there's already four title defense right there.
Would you want to be involved in the White House card? It does seem like it'll be a big event, but they're going to have so many champions. I don't know that one person can particularly shine, So would you rather step outside of that and do your own thing, or would you want to be involved in a historical
Yeah,
card?
that's cool. That's cool, man. I want to be in that card too, you know what I mean? But then if I could get one before that, that would be amazing. So, yeah, I want to get March and then maybe The White House is like what, June or July, right?
It's June
Somewhere.
14th, I believe.
June.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I want to fight in March, April, May, June. There you go, perfect.
I get accused of asking too much this question, but I'm going to ask it. Conor McGregor said something interesting the other day. He said, "Hey, we're no longer in the pay-per-view era. We got to negotiate a new contract." What have you heard is the metric by which you can get obviously your biggest paydays? Your biggest paydays come as champion. So I'm sure you're wondering it. Your teams maybe discussed it, but we're not doing pay-per-views anymore in the United States. So what's that important metric, and how do you think that'll work out for you?
Hopefully, I get paid. But the contract haven't come to me yet, so I don't know yet. But hopefully, with this new deal, man, you know what I mean. The fighters
Yeah,
get paid more.
that's what I
But
want for all you fighters. When we
also,
ask these questions, we cover other sports, and we've been fans of other sports. In all sports, we're aware of what athletes make. Give you an example. Goes and I are Dodgers fans. Shohei Ohtani, you've heard of him, right? The Japanese slugger and pitcher. I assume you have. I don't know if you follow baseball, but dude makes 700 million for 10 years. That's 70 million a year. I want MMA to get to that point. Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua supposedly cash big checks. Cristiano Ronaldo cashes a big check. He plays in soccer in the Saudi league. And that's why I get to this, and that's why we ask these questions, because I can't believe that your training sessions are any easier than theirs. You're training just as hard as theirs. You deserve good money.
yeah, but you know how like MMA do get, I mean UFC do get pay. You know what I mean? Like if you put it this way. Like you talking about Jake Paul and all these boxers, world champion. Like when they started, they don't get paid that much. You know what I mean? It's only the top level guys, but the UFC, they got the base pay. So I feel like what I mean. They take care of all the fighters, man, because they take care of us our food and our vitamins and all the other stuff. You know what I mean? On top of that, they still pay our base, show money and win money and things like that. So it's still good money.
Hmm. Um, what's the coolest text or message you got from either a fellow MMA fighter or a celebrity, or maybe somebody else outside, of that? Have you gotten cool congratulations from people that you didn't expect?
Yeah, man, there has been a lot of congratulations, you know what I mean? And it's all appreciated. But my boy Onla showed up to my fight and spent time with me and my family after the fight too and stuff like that. So that was amazing. And one of our Burmese singer, Arzani, just came over to our house last night, and we barbecue and things like that. So that was another one. It was, man, it has been amazing, man.
Hopefully they're taking care of you in H Town as well, man. You're putting H Town on the map.
Yes, sir. They do take care of me, man. It's my city, so it's dope.
There you go. Thanks for the time today, champ. We really appreciate it. Sorry for the audio problems early
No.
on. I wanted to make sure we got crisp answers from you. We've been waiting to talk to you because we've kind of enjoyed watching you ascend through all the ranks and finally making it to world champ like you said you would.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, brother.